My beloved child, I have heard your cries in the night, when you looked at the empty account, when you opened the cupboard and saw only enough for today, when you smiled through your struggle so no one would know the weight you carry. Yes, I was there. You thought I was silent. You thought I had turned my face, but I never turned away. I was watching, measuring, counting every seed you've sown. And now I speak because the time has come. The spirit of poverty has wrapped itself around your bloodline for too long. It whispered to your parents. It shackled your grandparents. It followed you through jobs, businesses, decisions, clinging like dust that never shook off. But today I tell you, this chain is breaking, not because you earned it, but because I have declared it. This spirit is not of me. I never called you to lack. I never designed you to survive on scraps and sorrow. I created you to overflow, to give freely, to walk in abundance without shame. You were not born to chase coins. You were born to carry kingdom wealth. But the enemy feared that. He feared what would happen when you walked in your true inheritance. So he sent the poverty spirit to lie to you, to tell you that just enough was noble, that struggle was spiritual, that broken dreams were proof of humility. Lies, all of it. And now I am tearing the veil. Listen to me. There is a war in the unseen realm over your provision. Demons have stood like guards at the gates of your breakthrough. But I have sent angels to strike them down. Yes, even now as you hear these words, the battle is turning. For so long you felt the weight of invisible resistance. You took one step forward and were dragged 2 steps back. You tithed and still scraped. You gave and still lacked. You prayed and still waited. But I tell you, it wasn't because I rejected you. It was because a generational battle had to be broken by my word, not just your effort. And now, my child, you are standing in the hour of reversal. Everything the spirit of poverty stole, I will restore. The missed opportunities, the doors that shut in your face, the clients who disappeared, the deals that fell through, the loans denied, the businesses that failed. I saw it all, and I am turning it, for I am the God who multiplies. I fed thousands with a few loaves. I filled nets to breaking after a night of lack, and I will do it again for you. But listen, you must release the lie you've carried, the lie that says, I guess this is just my life. I'm not meant to prosper. I'll always be the one barely making it. No. Break agreement with those words now. You are not cursed. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. Heaven has already released instructions to break this spirit off you, but you must receive them. And they begin with truth. The truth is, you are chosen for abundance. You are designed for overflow. You are destined to fund the kingdom. Why do you think the enemy attacked your finances so fiercely? Because he saw what I placed inside you. He saw the missions you would sponsor. He saw the families you would feed. He saw the churches you would build. He saw the orphans you would clothe. So he tried to silence you by keeping your hands empty. But your hands will no longer be empty. I am filling them with new strength, new strategy, new substance. But not just so you can live comfortably, so you can become a vessel of divine provision. Hear me. The spirit of poverty is breaking after this message, because you are hearing my truth, and my truth is sharper than any sword. It cuts through contracts in the spirit. It severs the agreement your bloodline unknowingly made with lack. You are not who your bank account says you are. You are not what your paycheck says you are. You are who I say you are. And I say, you are blessed, you are favored, you are called to prosper, so others may live. Yes, I will give you what you need, but I will also give you more than you asked. Because I don't bless by measure, I bless by nature, and my nature is abundance. Child, if you're feeling this in your spirit, it's because I'm speaking directly to you. Your soul recognizes my voice. Let it awaken. Let the lies fall. Let the spirit of poverty lose its grip. There is more coming, much more. I will speak clearly about the door you must walk through. But for now, let these words go deep. Let this truth become your weapon. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because this is the well where I will continue to reveal your future, your deliverance, and your destiny. Do not miss what I will speak next. My beloved child, the chains have begun to break. Now, I will show you the door. For every prison, there is an exit, and for every curse, I have made a way of escape. The spirit of poverty has kept you wandering in circles, but I am placing your feet on a straight path now. There is a door in front of you, and it is not man-made. It does not open by hustle or human strength. It opens by obedience. The key to this door is not locked in your bank account. It's not buried in your past. It is found in your surrender. Your yes to me, that is the key. You have asked me for miracles. You have begged me for breakthrough. But now I ask you, will you trust me enough to walk by faith? Because this door will not make sense in the natural. You may not see the resources yet. You may not have the full plan. But when I open a door, no man can shut it, and no devil can block it. But hear this. You must let go of what you thought would save you. You thought that job was your lifeline. You thought that person would come through. You thought that loan, that connection, that opportunity would be the one. But I allowed it to fall, not to punish you, but to purify you. I needed you to see that provision does not come from the world. It comes from me. I am the Lord who fed Elijah with ravens. I am the Lord who poured oil from a widow's jar until there was no empty vessel left. I am the Lord who commanded a coin to appear in the mouth of a fish. I am the Lord who provides in ways the natural mind cannot fathom. So why do you doubt? Why do you still fear that I will leave you in lack? Have I not proven my faithfulness? Look again, child. The door I'm opening is not flashy. It may look small at first, but what waits behind it will overflow. This is the season where I teach you to discern. You must know which opportunities come from me and which are disguised traps. Not every open door is divine. Some are detours in disguise. Some will offer fast money, but cost you peace. Some will promise success, but chain your soul. But the door I set before you, it will stretch your faith, but it will lead to overflow. It will demand trust, but it will bring legacy. It will challenge your comfort, but it will destroy the spirit of poverty forever. The enemy is terrified of you finding this door. He's tried to distract you with busyness. He's tried to blind you with discouragement. He's sent voices to confuse you, whispers that say, you'll never make it. You're not qualified. You missed your chance. Lies. I break every one of them now. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time for what I'm about to release. But you must stay close to me. My voice is the compass. My presence is the map. Child, I'm calling you into partnership. I'm not just delivering you. I'm transforming you. Because if I only gave you the wealth, but not the wisdom, the poverty would return in disguise. but I'm raising you up to carry the mindset of the kingdom. That's why I've allowed some delays. That's why I've held certain things back, so that when I release it, you will carry it with honor, with humility, and with purpose. Now listen, there will be a prompting in your spirit in the coming days. It might feel small, like a whisper, but it will carry my weight. It may be an idea, a connection, a nudge, a decision that seems simple, but I will breathe on it. And as you obey, provision will follow, because where I guide, I provide. Where I send, I sustain. Where I bless, I multiply. This door will not respond to begging. It will respond to boldness. So step, even if you're uncertain, even if you feel unprepared, even if you failed before. Step and watch what I will do. Do not let fear rob you again. Do not let delay become your identity. Do not let the past speak louder than my promise. The poverty spirit cannot follow you through this door. It will fall off at the threshold, because what I'm doing in you is not a moment, it's a movement. A new cycle is beginning, one of provision, purpose, and divine placement. And you, my child, are chosen to walk through it. You will not only receive, you will build. Stay near, because I am still speaking. My child, now that you've stepped toward the door, you must prepare to rebuild. Yes, with your own hands you will establish what the enemy tried to burn down. The ruins of your past were not the end. They were the foundation for something greater. I am not giving you someone else's leftovers. I am giving you blueprints from heaven. You thought you lost everything. You thought the failure meant you were finished. But I never let it fall unless I intended to raise it stronger. There were systems in your life built on fear. I had to let them crumble. There were dreams fueled by comparison. I had to bring them low, not because I didn't love you, but because I love you too much to let you build on a cracked foundation. Now, I give you new tools, not hammers and nails, but revelation and vision. You will build according to my spirit, not the opinions of man. There are things I whispered to you years ago that you buried, ideas you abandoned, callings you silenced, but I did not forget, and I did not change my mind. The spirit of poverty convinced you to shrink, to settle, to play small. But I am stretching you now, because I did not anoint you to survive. I anointed you to establish. I see what others do not see. I see your capacity. I see your resilience. I see the roots of greatness that poverty tried to choke. But even roots that were dry, I can water again, and I will. You say, but Lord, I don't have the resources. And I say, I am your source. You say, I don't know how. And I say, I will teach you. You say, what if I fail again? And I say, what if you don't? Child, you must stop rehearsing defeat. You must stop feeding fear. It starves your future. The spirit of poverty keeps talking to your mind, but I am speaking to your spirit. Hear me clearly. You are stepping into a season where ideas will become income, where faith will become strategy, where what you touch will multiply. But you must move. Do not wait for a perfect moment. It will never come. I am the perfect one, and I am already with you. I will bring divine connections, but you must speak. I will bring opportunity, but you must show up. I will breathe on your plans, but you must begin. Do not despise small beginnings, because what begins with little, I will bless with much. David only had a sling. Moses only had a staff. The widow only had oil. But in my hands, it was enough. So, what do you have in yours? Even if it's only an idea, even if it's only a whisper in your spirit, even if it's only courage to take the first step, it's enough. Because I multiply obedience. I bless the faithful. I reward those who dare to believe, even when everything says no. You, my child, have been chosen to rebuild, not just for yourself, but for generations after you. Your children will not fight this spirit because you are breaking it now. Your ceiling will be their floor. What you suffer from, they will soar above. Yes, you are the Moses of your bloodline. You are leading them out of bondage. And though the wilderness has wearied you, the promised land is already waiting. But don't expect everyone to understand your journey. Some will mock it. Some will question it. Some will say you've changed. And they'll be right. Because when I touch you, you don't stay the same. Let them talk. Let them laugh. You're not building for applause. You're building for legacy. And my favor will speak louder than their doubt. My hand on your life will silence every critic. You don't need to prove yourself. Just walk in what I told you. Because what's coming is not just about financial provision. It's about position. I am positioning you in places where lack can't live, where fear can't speak, where cycles can't repeat. And all of it starts with your yes. So keep building. Even if you build alone, even if your hands shake, even if the bricks are heavy, I am strengthening you as you go. Heaven's supply is backing you, and angels are moving even now, clearing the path ahead. Now, I will show you how to protect what I'm building through you, because what I give, I also teach you to guard. For now, take these words and let them go deep. The spirit of poverty is trembling because you are rising. Now that you are building, you must also learn to guard. Not everything that comes near you is meant to stay. Not every voice deserves access. Not every open hand carries blessing. What I place in your hands is holy, and holiness must be protected. Too many lose their harvest because they fail to guard their gates, their eyes, their ears, their minds, their relationships, wide open to any influence. But in this season, I am making you a watcher, a steward, a gatekeeper of what I am birthing through you. You asked for more, and I am giving it. But what I give, I expect you to defend, not in fear, but in wisdom. The spirit of poverty will try to creep back in, not through the front door, but through small compromises, laziness, distraction, comparison, unforgiveness. It looks harmless, but its goal is destruction. It will whisper, "Take a break. You've done enough." But it's not rest, it's sabotage. It will say, "Look at how far they are ahead of you." But it's not inspiration. It's a trap of envy. It will use people close to you to plant seeds of doubt. It will try to make you question if you're really called, if you're really anointed, if it's really going to work. And that's where I call you higher, into discernment, into discipline, into silence with me. Because the louder the world gets, the more precious my whisper becomes. There are things I will tell you in the quiet place that no prophet can speak. There are instructions I will give that make no sense, but they will break barriers no strategy could ever touch. I'm not just blessing you to impress others, I'm blessing you to prepare you. Because poverty is not just a lack of money, it is a mindset, a belief that you are abandoned, a fear that you are not enough, a lie that says you must beg to survive. But I am cutting off every root of that lie. And when I prune, it's so that fruit can multiply. So do not grieve what I remove. Some relationships will shift, some routines will die, some circles will close. But it is all part of the protection. I am aligning you with people who carry oil, not just opinions. With those who build, not those who drain. I will send covenant relationships, but first I will test your heart, Because if your identity is tied to applause, you will give your pearls to pigs. But your value is not up for debate. It was decided at the cross and sealed by my resurrection. Now hear me. As you walk in this new territory, you must become familiar with saying no. No to distraction. No to debt cycles. No to the temptation to go back to what I called you out of. You cannot soar while clinging to the past. Let it go. The enemy will try to rebrand old bondage as new opportunity. He'll dress up poverty in a prettier package. But if it drains your peace, if it steals your focus, if it pulls you away from me, it is not from me. You must guard your energy, guard your creativity, guard your joy. Because the spirit of poverty doesn't just want your money, it wants your mind. If it can wear down your joy, it can steal your strength. But I say to you now, you are not defenseless, you are not uncovered. I have placed armor on you, divine armor. I have given you a sword, my word. I have surrounded you with angels, and they are not asleep. You will not be ambushed. You will not be deceived. You will not go back to what broke you. Because now you are awake, you are watching, you are wielding wisdom, and where wisdom walks, wealth follows. You may not see it yet, but I have already released the provision, the favor, the strategy, the divine appointments. They are being drawn to your obedience like a magnet. You don't need to chase them. You just need to guard what I've given. Keep your eyes pure. Keep your hands clean. Keep your heart soft. And my presence will rest on you in greater weight. Not one, but daily. Because I do not give in spurts. I give in streams. And this stream will not run dry. Now that you've learned to guard what I give, you must also learn how to walk in it, not for a moment, but for a lifetime. Provision is not just something I send, it's a realm I invite you into. It is not just a miracle when the bills are due, it is a flow, a rhythm, a divine current that never runs dry when your life abides in me. I did not teach you to depend on manna for a day, only to starve tomorrow. I am the God of daily bread. I do not just bless you to rescue you. I bless you to sustain you. The spirit of poverty is built on fear of running out, but I am teaching you to live from overflow. You will not wake up wondering if you'll make it. You will wake up expecting my goodness. For those who walk closely with me, provision is not random, it's assigned. I assign favor to follow you. I assign resources to find you. I assign doors to open before you knock. But to walk in this realm, you must let go of anxiety. You cannot worry and trust at the same time. Worry keeps you tied to the natural, but trust elevates you into the supernatural. There are laws of this world, yes, but my kingdom overrides them. In my kingdom, water becomes wine. Fish multiply in empty nets. A coin appears in a fish's mouth. A few loaves feed thousands, and baskets are left over. That same power is working for you now. You will not only have enough, you will bless others from your abundance. Because I do not raise hoarders, I raise vessels. You are a vessel. And as long as you stay open, I will keep pouring. But hear me. If you begin to fear, the flow will stop. You will start storing out of fear instead of giving out of faith. I do not bless the closed fist. I bless the open hand. You have watched others struggle, and you've said, will I always live paycheck to paycheck? But I am breaking that pattern now. What held your parents will not hold you. What limited your household will not limit your legacy. You are stepping into my economy, an economy where peace is your currency, where faith draws provision, where generosity multiplies. You won't need to strive like the world strives, because what others grind for, I will grant you in an instant. It will not come by manipulation. It will not come by performance. It will come by obedience. I am leading you into divine strategy, into inspired action, into fruitful alignment, and I will show you where to plant, because I only prosper what I've ordained. You don't need to chase every opportunity, only the ones I breathe on. The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and it adds no sorrow. That is how you will know it is from me. If it steals your time with me, it's not from me. If it clutters your mind with fear, it's not from me. If it takes more than it gives, it's not from me. But what I send will carry peace. It will carry power. It will carry purpose. I am even now releasing financial wisdom. Ideas you thought were random, they were divine. Impressions you ignored, they were my voice. Now you will see them bloom. You will begin to dream again, not just spiritually, but practically. I will show you where to invest. I will show you how to steward. I will show you how to break contracts with debt and renew covenant with destiny. Because you are not a beggar, you are an heir. And heirs don't chase crumbs. Heirs sit at the table. There is a table I've prepared in the presence of your enemies. And not only will they see it, but they will know it was I who prepared it. Not luck, not hustle, not chance, it was me. And as you walk in this supernatural flow, you will not only come out of poverty, you will pull others out with you. You will fund freedom. You will feed vision. You will finance the kingdom. And the spirit of poverty will have no place in your story. I will show you how to carry wealth with worship, so that what I give never replaces the one who gave it. Because I do not just want to bless you, I want to dwell with you. My beloved child, now that you are walking into overflow, I must teach you how to remain anchored. Because the enemy that once used poverty to crush you will now try to use prosperity to distract you. He'll whisper, "You've made it. You don't need to pray like before. You've succeeded. Now take it easy on the spiritual things." But I say, no blessing should ever replace the blesser. Do not forget me when the accounts are full. Do not tune me out once the doors open. Because I am not just your rescuer, I am your companion. I walked with you through lack, and I long to walk with you through abundance. Wealth is not dangerous when it bows to worship, but when wealth begins to rule the heart, it becomes a silent thief of your intimacy with me, and I will not compete with idols. I have seen many start with me in fire, only to drift away in comfort. They once cried out for breakthrough, but now live in ease, empty of devotion. But not you. I am sealing your heart with remembrance. I am writing my faithfulness into your bones, so that even when the business thrives, even when the doors never stop opening, even when your name is spoken in rooms you didn't walk into, your soul stays bowed before me. This is how you carry wealth with worship, by acknowledging me in all your increase. Every sale, every client, every check, every contract. Whisper to me, "Jesus, you did this." That whisper will guard you from pride. That gratitude will protect your harvest, because I will not allow increase to become your downfall. Many in the world gain riches but lose their souls. You will gain both and lose neither, because your soul belongs to me. Your wealth is not a replacement for my presence. It is a reflection of my covenant. Do not be ashamed to be blessed. You don't have to shrink to make others comfortable. You don't have to apologize for what I've given, but you must steward it with clean hands. Let your money worship me. Let your resources reflect my glory. Feed the hungry, uplift the poor, plant into my work, because I will bless what you build. but I will multiply what you give. And as you release what's in your hand, I will release what's in mine. The world says hoard, fear the future, secure yourself. But I say, trust me, because I am your source, not the systems of men, not the markets, not the governments, not the stock exchange. If they all fall, my kingdom will still stand, and those who abide in me will never beg for bread. Even in famine you will flourish, even in crisis you will rise, because you are not built on shifting sand. You are anchored to the rock. And I say this clearly, if you ever sense your heart drifting, come back to the altar. Lay it all down again. Let me cleanse the motives. Let me purify the dreams. Because I am not after your wallet. I am after your worship. I did not create you to be owned by what you own. I created you to reign with me as one who rules from peace, not pressure. So do not be afraid of promotion. Do not resist the blessing. Just remember who brought you through the wilderness. Remember who turned your tears into testimony. Remember who found you in the night and whispered hope when all felt lost. It was me. It's always been me. And I will not leave you now. I will also reveal the authority I have placed upon you, not only to break the poverty spirit, but to cast it out wherever you walk. Because this freedom is not just for you, it is for every soul you touch. You are not just called to escape, you are called to break chains, the same spirit of poverty that tried to swallow you. I now give you authority over it, not just for your life, but for your bloodline, for your community, for the generations that follow. Because when I set someone free, I don't just rescue them, I anoint them. And now I say to you, you are anointed to destroy the spirit that once oppressed you. You carry the mantle of freedom, not just to walk in abundance, but to declare it over others. The enemy feared this day, because he knows, once you realize who you are in me, you become unstoppable. You no longer walk as a victim. You walk as a vessel of vengeance. The very lack that once made you cry, you will now confront in others and cast it out. Poverty is not just financial, it is spiritual. It binds the mind, it shrinks vision, it silences destiny. But I have given you a voice that shakes atmospheres. And as you open your mouth, I will release my fire. You will walk into rooms where despair hangs heavy and peace will fall like rain. You will lay hands on those bound by generational curses, and I will break them on the spot. You will counsel the weary, encourage the broken, and teach my people to expect more. Because you carry my kingdom, and my kingdom lacks nothing, you are my ambassador, my carrier of light. And wherever you go, poverty must bow. No more surviving, no more scraping, no more shame. You will speak my words with fire. Your Father owns it all. You are not made to beg. Rise up and receive, and chains will snap. Fear will run. Hope will be born. I will fill your mouth with wisdom, your hands with generosity, your heart with discernment. Because to walk in this authority, you must stay connected to me. Do not boast in your breakthrough. Boast in your deliverer. Stay low before me, and I will raise you high before men. And as I raise you, I will make you a sign, a living testimony, a divine example of what it looks like when God steps in. People who once looked down on you will ask how you got here, and you will say, "It was Jesus." And I'm not done yet, because I'm not just raising you for influence, I'm raising you for impact. You will feed the hungry, clothe the poor, start businesses that bless cities, create movements that lift nations. This is not hype. This is holy. This is not ambition. This is assignment. I am sending you like a flame into dry places. I'm sending you like a storm into stagnant systems. I am sending you like oil on bruised hearts. And everywhere you go, the spirit of poverty will not be able to hide. You will sense it in conversations. You will feel it in atmospheres. And I will show you how to disarm it with my word. Because my word is not theory, it is a weapon. And you, my child, are armed for war. You've cried enough. You've waited long enough. Now it's time to move in power. You are not here to survive. You are here to set captives free. And I will confirm this word with signs. Unexpected provision, sudden favor, opportunities you never applied for. Watch me move. Because this is not just a blessing. It is a lifestyle of dominion. This is not a flash of power. This is a lifestyle of dominion. You don't cast the spirit out once. You drive it out of every corner of your life, every habit, every mindset, every decision. Because poverty doesn't just live in bank accounts. It hides in the way you think. So I must renew your mind until your thoughts match heaven. You are not small. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are my ambassador, sent to carry wealth with wisdom, to fund purpose with purity, to walk in victory with humility. And this walk begins each morning, before the world speaks, before fear tries to whisper, before doubt gets dressed in logic. I want you to wake up with this truth on your lips. My source is Jesus, and I will not lack. That confession is not a wish. It's a sword. It breaks the agreement with lack. It silences the voice of fear. It reminds the heavens that you know who you are. Every day you speak my truth, you reinforce the kingdom. Every decision you make in faith, you enlarge your territory. So walk boldly, but walk wisely. Let your daily choices reflect royalty. Track what I place in your hands. Tithe with joy, not fear. Sow with strategy, not superstition. Because giving is not magic, it's partnership. You are not throwing seeds into mystery, you are planting into my promises, and I watch over every seed. When you give with discernment, you open gates. When you give in obedience, you release angels. Your stewardship is spiritual. Even your budget can become a prophetic weapon. So manage it with vision. No more chaos, no more confusion, no more waiting for miracles while ignoring wisdom. I am the God who works through discipline and fire, and I am teaching you both. I will anoint your hands to build, but I will also sharpen your mind to manage. Because what you build must last, and what I give, I want to multiply. But I will not multiply what you refuse to manage. This is how you walk daily in dominion. You speak with authority. You give with purpose. You plan with wisdom. You move with faith. And in all of it, you stay connected to me. Don't turn prayer into a ritual. Let it be your first move. Before you invest, pray. Before you sign the deal, ask me. Before you chase the next opportunity, seek my voice. Because I can do more in one whisper than you can accomplish in 10 years of hustling. Do not confuse motion with movement. Some people run in circles, but I will teach you to run in alignment. Where others burn out, you will burn bright. Because your energy will not come from striving, it will come from abiding, and this is your daily rhythm. Abide in me and bear much fruit. Let me speak to you about your week. Let me warn you of false deals. Let me open doors no man can shut. Because I am not just a Sunday God, I am a daily deliverer. I walk into the office with you. I sit with you in silence at the desk. I whisper ideas you thought were your own, but they came from my heart. This is your lifestyle now. Hearing me, trusting me, moving with me. And when the enemy tries to come back, because he will try. You won't panic. You'll say, "Do poverty, you don't belong here anymore." You'll look at unpaid bills and declare, "Provision is on the way." You'll look at an empty fridge and prophesy, "My Father feeds the sparrows. I lack nothing." That is how the spirit of poverty is kept under your feet, not by pretending life is perfect, but by refusing to let temporary conditions override eternal truth. And here is the truth: you are favored, you are chosen, you are a magnet for provision, a carrier of creative power, a royal child of the Most High God. You don't need the world's permission to prosper. You already have mine. So stop asking if you're worthy. Stop doubting the call. Stop waiting for everyone else to believe in you. I believe in you, and I've placed everything you need inside of you. This is the season of activation, daily obedience, daily declaration, daily decisions that reflect your destiny. And as you walk this out, you'll feel it. The anxiety of lack will begin to fade. The shame of your past will break off. The joy of stewardship will rise in you, and I will confirm it, not just once, not just in emotional moments, but again and again in your daily life, in the little victories, in the surprise provisions, in the opportunities that feel tailor-made for your soul. Because I'm not just changing your finances, I'm changing your future. And now I will show you what's coming next. The season of divine multiplication. Because the blessing I'm about to pour out is not just for your needs, it's for nations. You've trusted me to provide. You've walked with me through the breaking. You've obeyed me in the pruning. Now I say to you, get ready for the multiplication. I never leave what I touch the same. I never bless to maintain. I bless to expand. And the oil I have placed in your hands was never meant to stay in a jar. It was meant to overflow. You are entering a season where one idea will open 10 doors, where one seed will produce a harvest you cannot measure. Because I do not multiply like the world. I multiply through obedience. The world waits for perfect conditions, but I multiply in the middle of storms. I feed 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves. I fund purpose in dry places. I bless in famine to show that I alone am God. And now I'm looking at your surrendered heart, and I am saying, watch what I do with what you gave me. The little you handed over in tears, I will turn into much. The tithe you offered in faith, I will multiply beyond imagination. The act of giving when it hurt, I recorded it, and now I reward it. Because I am the God who sees in secret and blesses in public. But hear me, this next blessing is not just for you, it is through you. I am raising you up to carry kingdom supply. You will fund visions that are not even yours. You will finance others' freedom. You will support those who once mocked you. And you will do it with joy. Because now you understand you're not the source, you're the vessel. I can trust you now. You no longer hoard in fear. You no longer panic at lack. You walk in alignment with my abundance. And now I will multiply your time, your resources, your wisdom, your favor, your reach. The things you did in the secret place, I am about to echo in places you've never seen. What once trickled will now pour. What once delayed will now accelerate. What once stretched your faith will now become your testimony of overflow. Because I am not blessing you to impress the world. I am blessing you to impact it. You will build schools, feed cities, sponsor ministries, create businesses that empower the poor, lift orphans, restore widows. And you will say, it was not me, it was Jesus. because you are not just a survivor, you are a storehouse. The Josephs are rising, the Esthers are awakening, the Davids are stepping out of obscurity, the Deborahs are speaking with authority, and you are part of this divine company. I have multiplied you in secret. Now I will release you in power. You will see what you couldn't see before. Understand what confused you before. Build what once overwhelmed you. And give in ways you never imagined. This is the hour of strategic giving, not to get rich, but to build the kingdom. And as you release what's in your hand, I will release what's in mine. I am the God who owns the silver and the gold. The cattle on 1,000 hills are mine. The hearts of kings are in my hand. Do you really think I cannot turn the heart of one person to open a door for you? To fund your assignment? To launch your calling? I can do it in a moment, but I've waited because I wanted your heart before your harvest. And now that I have your heart, I can trust you with abundance, but be warned, the spirit of poverty will try to whisper again. When the blessing comes, it will try to creep back in with fear. What if it dries up? What if this doesn't last? What if you give too much? But now you will laugh, because you know the truth. I didn't just bless you, I broke the curse. Poverty has no legal access. Lack has no inheritance in your house. Scarcity cannot follow where my glory dwells. So move with boldness, dream big again, plan with heaven, give with faith, and prepare to expand. Do not limit your vision to your history. I'm not building based on where you've been. I'm building based on what I placed inside you. You are a kingdom builder, a supernatural giver, a restorer of cities, a deliverer of generations. And what I'm multiplying in your life will become a river of provision for many. You will say, I remember the days of barely enough, but look what the Lord has done. Because I will multiply you until poverty becomes a distant memory, until every need becomes an opportunity, until every door you knock opens in my name. Now I will reveal to you how to protect this breakthrough, so the enemy never steals what I have given. My beloved child, you have walked through the fire, you have survived the famine, you have obeyed when it cost you. You have believed even when everything told you to quit. Now I say this with joy in my voice. You are no longer under the curse of poverty. The yoke has been broken. The spirit of lack has been crushed, and the grip of fear has been severed forever. But hear me now. This breakthrough must be guarded, because every blessing carries weight. Every outpouring must be stewarded, and every miracle must be maintained. The enemy will not surrender quietly. He will look for a door, a crack, a moment of carelessness. That is why I now give you the final instruction. Guard the flow of revelation, the flow of resources, the flow of worship, the flow of generosity, the flow of faith. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. This is not a season for spiritual passivity. This is a time to stand post over what I've entrusted to you. I gave you victory, now keep it. I gave you supply, now multiply it. I gave you authority, now walk in it every day. You must guard your atmosphere. Do not let old voices return. Do not entertain conversations soaked in fear. Do not allow confusion to linger in your home. Peace is not a suggestion, it is a command. If anything steals your peace, it is unauthorized. Shut the door. Guard your mindset. The spirit of poverty always begins with a thought of lack, a thought of fear, a thought of, maybe I'm not ready, a thought of, maybe I don't deserve this. But I've already declared you worthy. I've already positioned you. I've already released it. Your job now is to believe and walk. And I tell you, guard your relationships. Not everyone can go where I'm taking you. Not everyone has the maturity to walk in multiplication. Some will misunderstand your overflow. Some will attempt to manipulate it. Some will try to take what they would not sow, but I will give you discernment. Ask me daily who belongs in your circle. I am not calling you to isolation. I am calling you to protection. Even my inner circle was small. You must guard your time, because every minute now carries weight. You are a vessel of provision, a steward of kingdom wealth, a carrier of divine insight. So don't waste time on what I've already removed. Don't invest in what no longer bears fruit. Don't delay destiny to make others comfortable. You are not called to explain, you are called to advance. Guard your giving. Sow where I direct. Give with strategy. Move with precision. You are not a careless giver. You are a kingdom investor. I will show you where to plant. I will show you when to wait. I will teach you timing, so your harvest is full and protected. And above all, guard your worship. When you worship, you remain aligned. When you praise, the heavens stay open. When you honor me, I expand you without delay. Let worship be your atmosphere. Let gratitude be your default. Let reverence be your rhythm. Not because I demand it, but because you need it. Worship breaks the spirit of pride. It keeps your heart pure. It reminds your soul that this wealth, this overflow, is not your own doing. It came from me, and I give it freely, but I will not let it destroy you. So I protect you with worship. I shield you with reverence. I cover you in humility. And here is my final promise to you. If you guard the flow, you will never lack again. Provision will follow you. Favor will find you. Ideas will flood your mind. People will bless you unexpectedly. Doors will swing open without warning, because your life has become a portal of my glory, and your children will walk in this. Yes, I speak now over your lineage. The generational curse is broken. Poverty will not visit your bloodline. Debt will not define your family. Financial fear will not rule your children. They will rise in wisdom. They will carry the blessing. They will know the God who provides, and they will say, "My parents were the turning point." Because you said yes, because you broke agreement with lack, because you obeyed even when it hurt. You didn't just receive provision, you birthed a legacy. And your name will be remembered, not for status, not for luxury, but for faithfulness. For you are one who crossed over, one who stewarded the mantle, one who heard the voice of Jesus and followed without fear. And as you finish this message, I call you into remembrance. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel, because this is where I will continue to speak to you. This is your divine instruction line. I will send more words, more fire, more confirmation, and you must stay connected. Now go forth, my child. Go forth with fire in your bones, favor on your life, and overflow in your hands. For the spirit of poverty is broken, and the era of divine abundance has just begun. Walk in it, and never turn back.